Why hello all of you beautiful people out there and my loyal minions. It's your Hypnogod, your Mastermind, Fred Lee here, and this is an intervention. Because I know that some of you out there choose to unsubscribe for the most fickle and pointless reasons.
Fred, you know do hypnosis on big booby girls. You're fake. Unsubscribe.
First of all, it's obvious that we're in a zombie apocalyptic-like scenario thanks to the death cooties. So those beautiful models that you choose to simp over aren't going to be at the beaches. And also, the closest beach near me recently had some fires. As you guessed by the title, you'll be learning more about me and how I got to the status of Hypnogod. So, smash that like button and let's get this party started. I was born on February 17, 1994. Yeah, I'm a millennial. The useful ones. The last of the useful ones. Anyways, this is a wonderful old baby picture. First birthday. And Korean first birthdays are actually very special occasions, which is why I look so dapper in this photo.
Are you a commie from North Korea?
No! Now, Korean first birthdays and RPGs have a lot in common, because when you start an RPG, you start off with developing your character stats. You choose a class and then all that stuff. Korean birthdays, first birthdays, are so much like that. Now, the baby is presented with a bunch of different objects, like a stethoscope, a wad of cash, divorce papers. Basically, it's an Asian parent's dream. And also, you know, they kind of gamble on what the kid chooses. Anyways, basically, it gives the parents somewhat of an idea of what their kid is gonna be in the future. And apparently, I picked the wad of cash, which is why I'm living life as a hustler. Now, my family consists of parents, older brother, and grandmother. And grandmother's currently living with us because recently the death cooties took her home. So we're taking care of her. She's doing well. She's not sick or anything. She's slowly getting by. And I'm hoping to do some more videos featuring her as well. So one of these, comment down below, say you want to see grandma. It's going to be fun. A lot of fun. Now, my older brother is considered to be on the spectrum. And throughout our lives, I've been taking care of him mostly. And because Asian parent logic, my life was a lot like being an only child. But through me taking care of him, I was able to get him to be recognized by my parents, not to be as a burden, but as a son. And it took many years, but it all paid off. You gotta appreciate 10-ish-year-old me to make that all possible. And it's been a decent childhood, but later in life I learned that behind the scenes, my parents actually masked the whole illusion of a seemingly normal childhood. They were hiding the debt, the sacrifice, the pain, and overall suffering that made my life even possible. Because we started off as a fairly, not even middle class, like fairly low middle class, and then over the years we slowly kind of worked our way up the ladder to at least have a decent life. So, for those of you that are like, oh, Fred came from a whole background of money. Nah fam. I started everything from scratch. Especially my career. Now, before I was crowd surfing at sororities, making headlines as a hypnotist, my entire career started off when I was a freshman in high school. Unlike all of those magic superstars that you see on YouTube and whatever's left on TV, I literally built my career from the ground up. From nothing. I learned from books, watched some videos online, just performances for inspiration, and the majority of my routines I came up with are entirely original. Especially the hypnosis portion, it was pretty much self-taught, and I've been to some faith healer type events because mom was crazy religious and brought me to all those spots, and I'm like, well, if I can do hypnosis, I can definitely top these guys. Because, to be honest, the way that faith healers portray their divine powers seemed a lot like what hypnosis would look like on TV, but they're doing a lot of shady background stuff, and I don't want to do that. I want it to be as real as we can get. I wanted to find what real hypnosis is. So that's how I developed my own style, and the stuff that you see is exactly as you would see live. It's like if you were to walk up and meet someone, you would experience exactly all of those things if you met a real hypnotist. And then I started doing gigs while I was going to school. And this is, I like to call it dark ages, back when I had the stage name Fantastic Fred. Like, you can see the costume and everything. Still cringy. But I'm actually glad that I changed the brand name, because apparently Fantastic Fred was the name of a online gay podcast. But funny enough, my online presence squashed them out on the search engine, so yeah. I'm glad that I made that change while I was going to university. Tangent aside, the hypnosis really started to shine during my transitional phase of high school to college. And when I was 17, I was known as the Prodigy Hypnotist, and I was doing gigs for corporations and all of that stuff. If you go to my website and actually book me and stuff, you'll see my whole clientele and all that. And I also did a couple of gigs for the university I went to, which was UC Santa Cruz. Fun place. Not as crazy as it is now, but it definitely was a lot of fun. Now, some of you may be anticipating, well, in this backstory, he probably dropped out of school and really balls to the walls, off the rails too. No, I didn't do that. I'm a responsible adult. I finished school while doing gigs on the side. Who grabbed that wad of cash as a baby? This guy. Hustler. Let's go. Get that bread. Alright? So, to prove, especially if you come from a tiger parent background, doing stuff like this is going to get you that respect, especially if you want to pursue certain passions that others may be opposed to. And haters are going to hate. It's part of life. So give them the bird, move on, and just do what you want to do. Oh, and fun fact, I was actually an extra in one of the Steve Jobs movies. Here's the scene. And in the comments down below, if you actually own this movie or seen this movie, and if you recognize that scene, comment down below if you found me in it or not. I don't know how much of the footage they used, but was it worth a sandwich, a cookie, and a drink? I guess? Anyways, that's just a little fun fact. I just want to actually see if anyone else out there happened to watch it. Over the years, I've met a lot of incredible magicians, creators, and also other inspiring people. And I've even auditioned for America's Got Talent a couple of times. Now, there's a big misconception of what people say I auditioned for. It's actually a two-phaser. What you see on TV is a completely different beast, because you have to go through the initial screening process. The initial screening process is either they like you and they think you're either gonna be meme-worthy, like the butt of the joke of everything, or this person could make our ratings go up because they're absolutely beautiful. I don't know, right? So they go straight onto the production side of things. And then there's the behind the scenes, okay, get in line, number 309,100. You get it. That's the audition that I've done a couple times. Never got on through that process because, hell, look at all of the people on AGT and their demographics. You see how the media does things. Anyways, I've consulted for people that have gone on the show, and also other entertainers and other clients, especially the hypnotherapy side of things. My career has taken me to all sorts of different places, and places I never thought I would even go to. And it's been a blessing, especially since I never experienced the whole megastar status like people with a gajillion subscribers on YouTube, or intense media status like any major pop singer or whatever. You get the idea. you can still have an amazing life, but not be all the way at the top, or at least at the 10%. Now, my YouTube channel has been around since my high school days, and I thought I might as well try taking it a little seriously when I graduated university. So I was on the beach and I was like, hey, I got my iPhone. What if I handed someone my iPhone? Hypnotize them. Well, it has to be in a group, so one person holds the camera, the other person is going to be hypnotized. And the rest is history. And that very first video got like a couple thousand views, and I'm like, oh snap, this format actually works. And that caused a snowball and kind of a revitalization of this specific format on this platform. Obviously, there's people that steal it and run with it, which I'm not surprised, because there's a lot of snakes in the entertainment industry, or any industry in general. But because of your support from the beginning onward, you guys are what made this channel where it's currently at. Sure, like 28K and a whole lot, but every single like, share, comment, subscription, it means a whole lot to me. And you guys are what allow me to be motivated to push more content, to take things to whole new heights. Like, I mean, this whole production set took a while to put together, but I wanted to make sure I'm giving you quality more than quantity. And because you guys push me so much, that's why I became a magician member at the Magic Castle. Because it takes the cream of the crop to pass their audition process to be associated with them. And again, it's really been quite a trip to see how my whole journey started off from being a little baby that supposedly was going to be a hustler to just doing all of this incredible fun stuff and being able to share my story with all of you. And though I say, you know, my minions in a sarcastic way, I really do genuinely appreciate all of your support. And the whole minion thing, I mean, you gotta name your audience something. It's constantly gonna change, but still, you guys mean so much. And every single day when someone that moderates my social media and all that say, hey Fred, this person made a comment, and I'm like, oh, I might as well take a look at it. It really warms my heart to know that there's people out there that actually care. And again, I can't express my thanks enough. And because of you guys, it makes it easier for me to continue to make the world a better place by making people smile one person at a time. That's why every single view, every single like, every single share, comment, subscription means so much, especially on this channel. Not because of the algorithm, but because I know that someone out there who's having the darkest times in their life may have gone through the struggles that I have gone through, like discrimination, through socioeconomic status, through race, and just for existing. People just hate on you just for simply existing and putting yourself out there. I want to make those people smile. I want to give those people hope. And that's partly why I decided to put this channel together, just to give you guys something to not just enjoy, but also inspire you to reflect on your own life and take things to whole new heights. Thank you all so much for watching and for being a part of my journey. And I'll see you guys in the next one.